In an interview with us late last week, sabi ni Justice Secretary Boying Remulla that there are actually law enforcers who want to testify on the war on drugs to the effect na parang napilitan lang sila o naipit lamang sila. And that they want sana to be under the Witness Protection Program pero hindi siya posible because that's not possible under the Witness Protection Law. So they're looking at possible amendments. We're wondering lang what do you see of this sudden, if you ask us, kasi parang sudden this apparently sudden statement coming from the Justice Secretary coming after 6 years of, very consistent, very persistent denials from the previous administration.
Well, taken in that context, Ed, na matagal nang nangyayari itong drug war and all of that, and we have all been, advocating for credible investigations into this. This is nothing short of earth-shaking. Itong pag-amin na ito ng DOJ na mayroong mga polis na gustong tumistigo. Kasi this is something that, of course, we will all welcome. That law enforcers who know or who witness how the law was violated by police officers during drug raids, they need to come out and testify. But having said that, I have to agree, mukhang ginagamit lang itong paraan para pasabi ni DOJ Secretary Remulla na the justice system in the Philippines is working to try to placate the international community. The reason why we're saying that is because, one, this is very, very late in coming. Second, he didn't provide any details. Wala siyang specifics kung ilan exactly ang mga police officers na to. Meron na ba silang, have they really, made formal their intention to testify, and that it so happened and they're afraid to testify because they're not protected by the Witness Protection Program? We don't know. This is just the DOJ Secretary's word claiming all of this, and so that's why we are a bit skeptical of this, and it looks to us like while on the one hand maganda pakinggan that police officers are doing this, that raises a lot of questions, in fact, because mahirap patunayan to ano ang ngayon ang DOJ Secretary says may mga gustong lumabas pero they're not going to testify because natatakot sila. How can you argue against that, knowing that witnesses in the Philippines have been silenced, have been murdered, and we know for a fact that ever since the drug war has happened, the police establishment has always been complicit in the violations. So medyo mahirap paniwalaan. So in other words, the DOJ Secretary needs to come up with something more credible to back up that claim. Kasi if indeed that is true, then that is good news. But they have to really follow through on that. And that really raises some more questions.
Ang madalas binabandera ng gobyerno at ng PNP, yung case ni Kian de los Santos, where there were some convictions of police officers. But of course, you have a lot of other cases which still remain unresolved, and police officers who have not been brought to court or brought to jail. I'm wondering where we are as far as the prosecution of these cases are concerned.
Well, the DOJ Secretary said that there have been 18 prosecutions or cases filed against 18 police officers involved in drug war killings. And that is good, okay? We don't want, hindi naman natin binabaliwala yung kung totoo man yung improvement na yan. In fact, regardless of our position that that is a paltry number compared to the hundreds, compared to the thousands of killings that were attributed to the police, which the police itself admitted to having done, importante pa rin yun, mahalaga pa rin yun. But really, it only shows you na hindi lang yung piecemeal yung approach nila, but they're trying to delay the whole accountability process. They're trying to make it appear that the justice system works in order to hold off the ICC from investigating. And this is the same tact that they use in trying to convince the United Nations Human Rights Council to forego any attempt at a commission on inquiry on the Philippines and just instead come up with this technical cooperation capability building program that they're doing now. Kaya nakumbinsi nila ang UN to do that. But even then, even with that very low-hanging fruit, hindi pa rin nila magawa ng todo. So, really, papasok na dito ngayon yung sinseridad ng gobyerno on really investigating all of these cases. So, okay, they're claiming there have been like more than a dozen cases na file ng kaso, no? Police officers file ng kaso. What's the status of these cases? And what about convictions? What about court trials? So, medyo kulang na information ang DOJ on this one.